So I'm getting halfway there, and I'm realizing that I'm going to go see God. You feel me? Or something like that. I'm floating, and I see this throne, bro. I see a throne, dog. I'm getting close to this throne, and I'm like, whoa, there it is. You feel me? There you go. You know what I'm saying? You know everybody. You know my whole family.
The whole team.
Yeah.
100.
100.
Double salute. Wildlife 100.
Wildlife 100.
I've been in the trap every day, I don't get much sleep.
Wildlife 100.
Something so real, so real, you can feel it in your knees. I need something like you, do you need someone like me?
What's moving, everybody? Hey, man, look, you already know what time it is, man. It's time for another crazy story. And look, man, this story is a little different. It ain't too much on the gangster side of things, but you know, these for all y'all people out there that believe in near-death experiences, heaven, hell, you know, spiritual realms and things like that. You know, I'm a big believer in things like that, because just like this story, I done been through a lot of things that lead me to understand that world is more real than we think it is. You know what I'm saying? But listen, before we go into the story, man, I just want to thank everybody for liking, sharing, subscribing, and all that like that. And also, my last video, I presented my book, man, Abandonment Issues and How to Beat It, man. If y'all ain't cop that book, man, and y'all suffer from something like that, then y'all head on down to Amazon. I'm going to leave a link in the description, and y'all go cop that. It's not a big book. It's only like 30 pages, you know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of pivotal information in there, straight up. Go look at my content, man. Some of y'all probably don't even know y'all suffer from abandonment issues, you know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of good information in there. But listen, though, scratch that. Forget the marketing. Let's get straight into the story, because we finna kick it, you know what I'm saying? So look, check it, right? Like I said earlier, man. Have you ever had an experience that was just unexplainable, or just felt so real, or you just, like I say, you just couldn't explain it? You know what I mean? Like whether it was you seen a ghost, you heard a noise in your house, or something like that, or just anything. Oh yeah, shout out to my brother Bread too, man. He actually sent me something about a near-death experience and a couple days ago on YouTube, and it inspired me to make this video. So like I was saying, you know, have you ever went through something in, let's say, the spiritual realm? You know, of course we in the physical realm, but have you ever felt that somebody was watching you, or somebody was standing next to you, or somebody's presence was near you, or anything like that? You know, usually that means exactly what it feels like. You know what I'm saying? Because we are taught not to lead all the way into our intuition. You feel what I'm saying? And when I say intuition, I ain't talking about what them girls got. I'm talking about what all human beings have. All human beings have a certain intuition where we feel things, we see things, we hear things, you know, but we're so caught on believing reality and what reality is that we disregard certain things that we hear to be, you know, just mistakes in our reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like hearing something that you didn't want to hear, or something falling in the house or something like that. You get what I'm saying? So let me get to the story, right? One day, and if y'all watch my content, then y'all know I had a seance in my house before. You know, this crazy story. You feel me? I'm not even finna get into all of that, but I had a whole seance in my house because it was we thought to be an evil spirit in the house, and it was wreaking a lot of havoc. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all believe in stuff like that, or if y'all interested in things like that, then y'all go check that out in one of my previous videos. But this happened to be a different day. I don't remember if it was before or after the seance, but this happened to be in the same apartment where we did the seance at. And basically what a seance is and I might be saying it wrong, but what we did was we all gathered together to cast something negative away, you know. So if that's not a seance, then I might be using the wrong word. You know what I'm saying? But me and my family, we all came together to cast something away. So this, I don't remember if this was a before or after, but one day I was sitting on my couch, and I was about to go somewhere with my baby mama. You know, she was in the back, her and my child was in the back, getting ready for whatever. You know, they take however long to get ready, because, you know, that's just women. You know what I'm saying? But I was sitting on the couch, man. I was just laying back thinking about something. I don't even remember what I was thinking about, right? And I remember calling out to my baby mom like, "Hey, y'all, what's up? Y'all ready? You know?" And she was like, "Not yet," you know, or something like that. So I'm like, "All right, bet." So I got even more comfortable. I laid my head back, and all of a sudden, it was like I fell asleep, but I didn't fall asleep. You feel me? Like, it was like my spirit had been whisked away somewhere, but I was still conscious enough to know that I was sitting right there on the couch. You get what I'm saying? I was still sitting on the couch, laid back. You feel me? So out of nowhere, bro, like I told y'all, it felt like a part of me got whisked away, like the whole part of me got whisked away. You know, like the inside of me, like my soul. You feel me? So all of a sudden, I started being able to see where I was going or where my soul was being pushed to, you know, for lack of a better term. So I go into this tunnel, you know, it and it doesn't necessarily look like a tunnel. It just looks like space. You feel me? But you can't necessarily see anything in this tunnel. You can't really see nothing except stars. You feel me? The stars are bright, all different types of colors, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like floating through this tunnel, and I'm passing all these stars, and I'm just calm, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell y'all, you watch what you ask for, right? Because maybe a week before that, I was questioning, like, is heaven real? You know, I was really deeply questioning whether or not heaven was real, you know, and if heaven was real, how do people not sin in heaven? You feel me? Because my thing is, if I go to heaven right now, I'm gonna have certain thoughts of negative things. You feel me? And it's possible that I might sin. You know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just human. That's just our reality, basically. You know. So I was thinking like this for a week straight. Like, I really wanted to know. That's why I say be careful what you ask for, because really in real life, bro, I don't know how many of y'all know about the law of attraction, but whatever you want, whatever you ask for, you can get it. Straight up. You just gotta want it bad enough, and you gotta put the work in to actually obtain that. I'm a firm believer that it's real. You know what I'm saying? So I found myself, you know, being whisked away. You know, after thinking all of this for a week, I sit down on the couch. I seemingly doze off. I think I'm dozing off, but I don't know what that was. You feel what I'm saying? It was like I went into a trance or something. I go up into this tunnel, like my soul goes up into this tunnel. I look down as I'm floating. I look down. I notice I ain't got no feet. You feel me? It was like the deeper I got into this tunnel, the deeper my consciousness became, which is crazy. It was like as I'm going through this tunnel, I'm seeing things and I'm answering my own questions. You feel me? Like the things that I was questioning the week before, I start answering these questions. You know what I'm saying? It was like the things that I was seeing while I was floating towards this realm was helping me understand my own questions, or helping me understand life, just the spiritual world as far as life. You get what I mean? So as I'm floating, I realized that I'm happy, you know? And not even just happy, I realized that I'm thankful. I got thankful tattooed on my face. It's partially the reason as to why I got thankful tattooed on my face, besides the fact that I bought my first house and I was sitting in it with no furniture, and I was just looking around like, wow, like, you know, because I had struggled from just being in the projects and just hopping from home to home at one point, you know, since I was young. You feel me? So when I bought my first house, I sat there and I felt like I don't know, I just felt grateful. You know what I'm saying? So I got thankfulness tattooed on my face, along with the fact that I learned this lesson while I was going through the tunnel, while my soul was going through the tunnel. Now, the lesson I learned while I'm going through this tunnel was I felt happy. I didn't know if this was heaven, but I knew that heaven was close. You know, if that makes sense. Like in this world, whatever world that I was in, I wasn't doing no talking. You know, I was just understanding things by approaching it, you know, by seeing it, you know what I'm saying, by engaging with it, not even necessarily engaging with it, but, you know, by just being present. So I'm traveling through the tunnel and I feel happy, you know, I feel happy. I feel this feeling of gratefulness. You know what I'm saying? And it immediately hit me. Halfway through the tunnel, I'm like, wow, this is why you won't sin in heaven, because you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand that at first. It may be, that may be common sense to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I didn't understand that level of consciousness, you know, then at that point, you know? So it hit me like, damn, you're not going to sin in heaven, or heaven is a great place because you don't need anything in heaven. You know, you're thankful, you're grateful. You have all of these positive feelings. You don't share negative feelings in heaven. You know what I'm saying? So that was like my first lesson. I only learned like 2 lessons on this little ride, and I'm gonna tell y'all how it ended, right? So that was my first lesson, and I'm like, wow, I'm floating through the whatever, through space, and I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling it. I like how I feel. You know, I'm looking at the stars and all that like that. So now, I don't know if I mentioned it, but another question of mine was basically, who is God? And it's either who is God or is God real? You feel me? Like what we know to be God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to see God. You feel me? And I know that's deep. You know what I'm saying? Because our comprehension on this realm is just not, I don't think it's feasible enough to understand the makeup of God. But while I was in this realm, it seemed like a lot of stuff made sense. like a lot of stuff just made sense. And then when I came back to my body, I came back with the information. So I'm traveling, right? I just learned my first lesson. You don't gotta sin in heaven because heaven is not a bad place. You don't feel negative energy in heaven because there aren't negative things going on in heaven. You feel me? You don't gotta watch your back. You don't gotta worry about this. You don't gotta. You grateful. You thankful. You know what I'm saying? So you won't sin. You have no reason to sin. You feel me? That was my first lesson. So as I'm getting halfway to the end of this trip, I'm knowing it's halfway to the end of this trip. I don't know. I don't see a map or anything. I just know from my consciousness, right? So I'm getting halfway there, and I'm realizing that I'm going to go see God. You feel me? Or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what was going on in my brain. You feel me? So I'm floating, and I see this throne, bro. I see a throne, dog. You feel me? I see a throne at the end of this tunnel. And it's, mind you, remember I told you it don't necessarily look like a tunnel, like an oval tunnel. It just looks like space. I'm just using the word tunnel because I was going in a cylinder type direction. You feel me? So I'm getting close to this throne, and I'm like, whoa, there it is. You feel me? There you go. You know what I'm saying? I know that's God. You know what I'm saying? Got to be. You feel me? We done did all this traveling, and it's a throne here. You feel me? But the throne was the other way. You know, the throne wasn't facing my way, so it's like I couldn't see from a distance. Like, is that God? There you go. You know what I'm saying? I can see it like that. You feel me? So I had to get closer, and the closer I got, the more scared I became. You know, it was like I passed this heaven realm where I felt, you know, grateful, thankfulness, all that. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it was just to go through that, just to answer my questions. You know what I'm saying? And it's giving me the chills now that I'm talking about it. You feel me? Like, if y'all know, when you talk about certain things and you really truly believe it, or you really truly went into that situation, you get chills, you get goosebumps and things like that. That's what, sometimes my eyes water and things like that. You feel me? So I'm getting closer to this throne, bro, and I'm getting scared. You feel me? The throne starts to turn around. As the throne is turning around, bro, it's like I'm scaring myself. I'm really scaring the thoughts in my brain at this point are really going rampant, like they scaring myself. And something is telling me, like, listen, you better get down to your body before something else jump into it. You feel me? So I look down, something I didn't even know I could do. I look down, back, because I'm going down this tunnel. I look back and I look down, and I can see my body. You feel me? And I don't remember if I seen other things, dancing around it or something like that, but it scared me. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, it was like I had to choose. Okay, do you want to meet God, or do you want to go back into your body so nothing else can jump into it? Mind you, it's like all of the teaching, all the understanding, all of the stuff that I was getting before this. I mean, at the beginning of this trip, it's gone. You feel me? All I feel is fear now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, forget it. I'm finna jump back into my body. I'm like, God, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if if this was a trick. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it was. You know what I mean? But I can't let these folk take my body and then I be stuck up here, you know what I'm saying, and be done failed the mission or whatever the case, because we don't know what we really down here for, you know what I'm saying? All I know is I'm not trying to make no mistake like that in a different realm and be stuck and then gotta do all this over again on earth, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, but that's just what I believe. So so I'm like, man, I gotta go back to my body, you know. So I get to tweaking. You know what I'm saying? I'm up in space. I ain't got no feet. I ain't got no hands. I just feel myself like, man, go, like I'm trying to wiggle back down. You know what I'm saying? So I get shot back into my body, right? When I get shot back into my body, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just came back alive. You feel me? So I get to looking around and I have this uneasy feeling. It's just such an uneasy feeling, like I almost lost something, you know, or like I did lose something. You know what I'm saying? But I called out to my baby mama and I'm like, but y'all good? You know what I'm saying? Y'all been in there for about an hour, ain't it? She said, boy, I ain't been in about 5 minutes. You feel me? If that. You know what I'm saying? So I had to went through this whole situation, this whole field trip, and it only took about 3, 4, 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But as far as my second lesson, bro, I didn't necessarily feel like I got the lesson in totality, but I did feel like I learned 2 things. You know, one thing is questionable, but the first thing is basically fear controls us in this realm. You feel me? And really listen to this, because this really separates the poor from the rich, the up from the down, and everything. Fear stops you from being who you want to be, being who you need to be. Fear on this realm, if you can accomplish fear, bro, if you can get over fear, a phobia, or all these things like that, you can be whoever you want to be. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, you're not becoming that creator that you want to create because you have a fear that somebody is going to look at you a certain way. 9 times out of 10, you're not working in the field that you want to work in because you're afraid that it won't accept you the way it accepted the next person or something like that. Fear is the only thing that's stopping you from your destiny. Nothing else is stopping you. You got people out here with no legs, no feet, no nothing. And these niggas is out here doing stuff because they ain't scared. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is out here living a life that you won't even allow yourself to live because they not scared to go out there and get it. Straight up. Now, please don't let that go over your head, because that's a big lesson. You know what I'm saying? Fear runs this realm. You know what I'm saying? Fear will stop you from a lot. Straight up. Cut it out, man. Figure out how to stop those phobias, man, and accomplish your goals. Now, the third thing that I learned was, and that's why I say this, the third one might be a little questionable, right? But the third thing I learned was basically, we very well may have been made in the image of God. And you may say, all right, that's common sense. You feel me? Or you may have never heard that before. I don't know. But me personally, after that experience, I feel like we're more in tune with God than we think we are. You feel me? I think and this may be a controversial take, but I think we are the gods of this realm. And when I say gods, I don't mean the all-powerful. I don't mean the all this or the all that. Think about if the main God made the world, and he sectioned off certain soldiers to guard, not only guard this plane, but run this plane. You feel me? And the only thing that's stopping you is fear. You know, you can accomplish anything. You can do magic if you wanted to, but you're just scared. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think we are. I think we are the gods of this plane. I think we are the soldiers of this plane, the protectors, the all of that of this plane, this planet, whatever the case. And I think that was a sign to us from the higher power. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that we're above or anything like that, but I do think that we are that because we come from that. You feel what I'm saying? But listen, I hope this wasn't too much for y'all. I hope it wasn't too much off the rails or anything like that, you know, because it's not my usual content. But y'all drop a comment, man. Have y'all ever been through anything like that? Have y'all ever been a near-death experience? I know this wasn't necessarily a near-death experience, but it felt like one for me because I felt like if I didn't go back to my body, that would have been it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. You feel me? But y'all give me y'all intake. Let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, and all of that. And make sure y'all get the book, Abandonment Issues and How to Beat It. No Mind Left Behind. You feel what I'm saying? I really feel like this is pivotal information for not just the older folks, but the young folks. Because this what we don't understand, bro. We have issues when we young. And if we don't fix it when we young, it becomes our character when we get old. That's why you got old people that just mean all the time and things like that. So tighten up right now. You know what I'm saying? Go read your little 30-page book. Tighten up right now and get it together, man. But until next time, man. Love y'all, man. 100.